Hello guys, my name is Michelle and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video this year, so it's Happy New Year. Welcome to our new episode of Hustles ZETU. I know that last year we did episode 1, episode 2, episode 3 and episode 4 tukakwamia, but I promise this year ni back to back. We're going to be giving you amazing inspirational guests just for you to be encouraged, entertained. We still have 10 more months to end 2025. Maybe unadhani like what you've planned in 2025 is too late. No, you still have 10 more months to still make a difference in 2025. Always our tagline in Hustle ZETU is start where you are. Don't wait for 1 million, 2 million to start something. Even 1,000 shillings can start a business for you. You can start selling snacks or anything just to make sure that your 2025 or your goals in 2025, you have achieved them. So today I came to Thika Road along in Roysters to see an amazing graphic designer. His story is going to encourage or motivate you or kickstart your 2025. Maybe your dream is to be a graphic designer, to import various designs of t-shirts and you don't know where to start. He's going to teach you or to educate you, to motivate you to venture into this amazing business. So stay tuned as you go and see him. Remember to subscribe, like, comment. What is Kova Brands and how are you related to Kova Brands?
Kova Brands is a print shop, right? Where we are here, if you can see the screens, the work that we're doing. It's a print shop that has been it's been built over a couple of years, especially not the actual build where you are seeing the equipment, but really the values, what you're aiming at and what we're trying to achieve, right? And among our values is attention to detail, and we hope that eventually the company or the business will be able to be the industry standard in this region or in this space. So I would say in a sentence that Kova Brands is a print shop that aims to give their clients the best quality of merchandise for their events, for their companies, for their businesses, for their initiatives, and the list goes on, right? So Kova Brands, our primary technology is screen printing that we just did and producing these t-shirts and many more that I might showcase later on. And so how am I related to this company is I'm part of the team of people that work here. I work here part-time and I am one of the people who works on designs, and I also help screen printing and oversee production within the shop, right? Upon occasion, I also deal with clients, ensuring good customer relationships with clients, and I also try to work with the team that is here to develop a vision for the business. So that is my primary relationship with with Kova Brands, and we hope that one day Kova Brands would be a name within this region, not limited to Nairobi, but a company name that if anyone sees somewhere or hears can identify and know what we do.
We understand that we have so many printers, designers all over like Nairobi or Kenya. So what makes you stand out as Kova Brand? Or maybe somebody has just decided that I want Kova Brand as my designer of maybe this occasion. Why would I choose you? Or what makes you stand out as Kova Brand?
Yeah, I think it boils down to the values, right? One of the things that interested me in this industry is the gap that I saw in the service. If you look at the service industry in Kenya, you notice that among the things that people are challenged is, to find a service provider they can trust. Okay, trust in how many levels? Trust that they're going to give us the best quote. Trust that they're going to deliver the job when they say they're going to deliver, and communicate all stages of the project throughout the project cycle, and eventually trust that the client is not going to be disappointed or that the communication is going to be clear. And also clients want to have service providers who thinks about them, not who puts client first. So in a sense that if I'm going to buy something in Kenya sometimes, and in many other places as well, a lot of people are afraid that, is the price that they're going to quote for us really the actual price? People find by default, people go settle at, I'm going to be lied to unless I insist, right? So Kova Brands is where the price will be right, the delivery time will be right, the communication will be correct, and clients will get continuous update, and the team here will do everything within their capacity to ensure that you get what you envision, right? Above all, we particularly focus on detail work, complex work that a lot of people are avoiding, and above all, we do very genuine things in terms of genuine, not like we're genuine, of course we're genuine, but rather we are going to give you the best quality of t-shirts, right? We're going to give you the best print, right? And tell you the difference, and so that you have all the options within your capacity to, within your disposal to decide what is it that is best suits your space.
What's unique about Kova Brand?
We are driven by, I would say basically we are not driven by greed and the need to get something from you. We are driven by the strong desire that you get what you want, right? So we are not successful if we successfully sell this t-shirt to you, right? But we consider ourselves winners when this t-shirt is actually what you wanted. You get. Mm-hmm. So that is one of the things that we pride ourselves, that if you come to us and we ask ourselves, we can convince you to get something from us, right? But is that something what you really need? So we pay attention to understand what really you want, and then we walk you through the process so that you get exactly what you want. So that's very unique about Kova Brands. So if something might not be possible, we will not tell client, oh, just let's do it in a very shoddy way. We tell you that, okay, fine, that one is not possible right now, but we can do it in a certain way if that works for you. So the drive is to get it right for the clients.
Okay, our main agenda of this show is to ensure that the people watching here get to understand, in terms, maybe somebody out here wants to start a company like this, in terms of maybe core requirements. How did you start it? Maybe simple requirements that you need to take us through. Requirements of starting a shop or a brand like this one.
Yeah, so there are two questions in that. There's a print shop and there's a brand, right? So if you say like someone is coming to buy these things, we design it's like our brand. Mm-hmm. So actually we have a different name for the brand of these t-shirts that we sell, or whatever merchandise we sell as a brand. It's called Untold Tales, mm-hmm. right? We have which is a series of clothes that we design in-house and we sell. But so look at it this way. Here we have a printing service, and then we have t-shirts that we design, right? So two things. How do we start a design? You just have to want to do it, mm-hmm. right? Even the shop, there are so many entry levels, okay? And some people will just have maybe this one machine, mm-hmm. and they'll print and take to the sun to dry. They don't have all this, right? Some people will have a company name, right? So you register your business, and then you just don't do anything. When you get a job, you bring to companies like us to do, and then you deliver to your client, you put your markup. So I think I also feel that for anyone to do anything, they just need to want to do it so bad, and they'll do it. So and that giving an overview of what it takes doesn't really give a clear picture of what it actually takes, because people's circumstances are different, and the challenges they'll face is different, and there's also different entry level to every industry, right? So the best thing would be anyone who thinks of or would love to get into this industry, they have to figure out, okay, at what entry level, what resources do I have? Because if you don't have anything, work with those that have, you can still get into. If you have something, work with what you have, you can still access the industry. So this from 0 shillings to 100 million for big companies that brand LC Waikiki, that brand shops still. They're multi-million companies. So
Could you show us around?
Yeah, it's a very basic print shop. And yes, I'm happy to show you around and the process. So while we're still here, I'll show you a few things, right? So if you see, this is our primary screen printer, right? We have another one, but it's kind of like dismantled and kept. And so it rotates. So it's a 8 head. So it means that we can print 8 colors at a time, okay? Because for this technology, we lay 1 color at a time, okay? And the blue one is flash dryer. So the flash dryers are used to partially dry prints in readiness for the next branding, for the next color to be laid on top of that t-shirt. So it uses a sensor. So here is a sensor. So that sensor, it senses any movement. So whenever you have a t-shirt you printed, 1 color, you pass it there and it senses the t-shirt and it dries. And it's also timed so that after a few seconds it goes off, right? It goes off, and then when the next t-shirt on the platen tape arrives, it turns on again. So that's a flash dryer. So it's used for when you're working on multiple colors. In it of plastisol ink, there are different types of inks, yeah? So there are water-based inks, like this we did with water-based, yeah? And there's plastisol. Plastisol ink are made of plastic, like petroleum products, yeah? So, like the one I'm about to use is plastisol. So what happens is you have to be careful. You cannot wash it easily with water. So the chemicals that we use to wash it is like reducer. Kama is turpentines, the house painter thinner, yeah? And I'll show you what's going on. Where do you want it? Okay, so let me just push this here. Put it here. So basically, the process, what we do, our main technology for branding is screen printing. We do other branding, but we primarily do screen printing. Why? Because screen printing is the oldest technology, gives the best output for branding, and beats a lot of washes. That means that if you screen print, you can wash clothes so many times before the ink starts coming out. And it's the most sophisticated type of printing. Other printing is just very easy. Like you print something, heat press, it's done. So for me, it's more of an art. So expression of art, and the fact that it's not straightforward. Not a lot of people love to do it because to get this ready, there's a lot of work that has to be done. Okay. So this is a ready stencil, and so an example is this. This is a stencil, right? It is made of silk, so we call it silk screen. Silk screen. So before it is very clear, and then for us to prepare it to be like this, we have to use have the artwork in films like this. Okay, in films like this. So this is part of the artwork you see on the back of my t-shirt. Okay, right? So for it to come out like that, each color must be separated. So you must have a screen for each color. Okay, and whatever you see that is red here is called emulsion. It is light sensitive. So imagine the process of preparing photos the old way in the dark room. So once you coat this, you use the stencil and expose it through light, and so it hardens, and only the part with the stencil washes off. And then you're left with the stencil that you use to brand. Okay, so branding is pretty much pushing ink through the stencil so that it lands on your t-shirt. So now once you have your stencil like this, so screen printing is pushing ink through the stencil into the t-shirt. So an example would be, you use, this is a squeegee. I hope I don't get messy with it. So you can flood, so to ensure that your whole thing covers the art, and then you print. Okay, then you have your design. So this is a test. Okay, this is something that we were testing. Now we'll probably do it on an actual t-shirt. Okay, so I'll dry this and remove it. So this is a flash dryer. Okay, so why we have two actually. So why we use flash dryers is in between prints. So assuming on the same t-shirt you're printing 4 colors, right? And so you print the first color, and then you move this screen, you want to print on the same t-shirt the next color. You imagine the ink is still wet on the previous color. So this one, you use it to flash dry it such that after the first print it's kind of dry, and you can lay the other print without ink touching the screen of the other design. Yeah. Okay. So let's turn this off. So this is dry. Okay. So I'll remove it and now put a proper t-shirt. So basically, we put this t-shirt like this. One of the rules that you have, notice that every design that you have for a male t-shirt or a round collar t-shirt, the design starts 4 fingers from this neck rim. So if you have this design here, right, I want it to start like 4 fingers like this, right? 4 fingers. If this design starts 4 fingers from here, so if in and the upper, so it means I'll have to pull this off out until here. Okay. Okay. So if you look at this, because upper, in African is like, I think it's 4 fingers, so that's the best position. Okay. So are you ready to print? Okay. So we flood, it means like flooding is like just passing the ink all over your artwork, right? So that it's well spread. And then you push it through the t-shirt. Okay? Then you can do it again. Yeah. So, we are done with this.
So how long? Like for this, maybe if you're going to wash it.
What do you mean, how long if you're going to wash it?
Like for example, see you've done the printing.
Yes.
Maybe this quality of this t-shirt, maybe is that the quality that if you go and wash, these writings are going to get off.
Yeah?
Writings.
No, that's what I said earlier. This screen printing is the most durable kind of branding, right? So it is, I would say it's the industry standard.
Like maybe you've said this is a normal print. Maybe for example, I want to print maybe a word. Are you going to charge me maybe for a word, or every word has its own charge, or it's a package of all this?
So it's not like all prints are normal. So our charges for this depends on quantity and number of colors.
So
right?
This one is one color.
So it's one color.
So if you have multiple colors, it's a different charge.
Yeah, so like incrementally, because if you see what I've done it. It can, if I was to print another color, it would be similar to print another t-shirt. Okay, so the more the color, slight cost increasement, because you have to prepare this for another color that will lay on top of that. So I'll try this. So I didn't even need to flash dry it because we're not doing multiple colors, just to showcase that this is a flash dryer. What normally we then do is we cure the ink. Sorry, we cure the ink using this. This is a conveyor dryer. So how you do that is the t-shirt has to pass through the tunnel. Okay. Yeah, so this can go up to 400 degrees Celsius, and it should take like 45 seconds to cross, and that will be considered a proper cure, right? So it means now curing is making the ink more permanent on the t-shirt, if that makes sense. And then here we have a conveyor dryer. So this conveyor dryer, once you've printed your t-shirt, is like a bakery, right? And it's a tunnel. So how it works, you put a t-shirt on this end and it's conveyed to the other end, and there's heating filaments under here that produces heat that cures the t-shirt. When you turn it on, there's this belt. It starts going round, right? And you place your t-shirt like this from one side, okay? And then it will be conveyed to the other end. And so the assumption is, not the assumption, actually the fact is, once the t-shirt comes out on the other end, the ink is rather permanent. The ink is rather permanent to the t-shirt. So that is one of the things that's also unique about this business, in the sense that a lot of brand shops in this region, they don't do proper curing. So what happens is, when you buy a t-shirt, you wash it off once, it's gone. The ink starts bleeding, or it's not so properly printed. So it's the curing process, and also the quality of ink, of course. We use very good quality of ink. Yeah. So yeah, those are just. So that rack is where we just store our screens, especially when you're using them. So that's my desk there. You see there's a bottle, and there's an ink that I just used to brand the t-shirt. And there's on the wall there's a squeegee rack that you see, red, yellow. Those racks are, those squeegees are what we use to print, to push ink through the stencil. Behind the dark curtain is our dark room. So think of darkroom as a place where the magic happens, okay? It is where all these screens are prepared, okay? So the process would be, we coat the silk screen with emulsion, which is light sensitive. It is kept in the dark until it is dried. We take a film, right, and put it on the screen and blast light through it, and the place where there was a stencil can wash off. The place that is covered by, can you pass for me one of the films up there? Just any random film, the clear films. No, not those ones on top. No, on top, the sheets. Yes, that one. Yes, thank you. Okay. So look at it this way. This is your design. It looks something like it's here. So where does this fall? Blah, 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 blah. Where is this? This is where? This is one of these. I think it is this one. You see? It is this. It comes from here. This color behind the two hands. It's this design. So it's the only thing, the only part that had one color. So think about it this way, right? You prepare your design and you print it on something like this, okay? So this thing is transparent, the whole thing. But this place, because it is, your design is printed here, it blocks. It's not transparent, right? You cannot see through easily. So when you take this emulsion, this screen, once it's really covered with emulsion, what you then do is put this here, okay? And blast light. So what happens is, the parts that have the stencil, right, light will not pass through, okay? But the other part that does not have the stencil, light will hit the screen, okay? So look at it this way, where the light hits the screen, the emulsion becomes very hard, okay? And so when you go wash off, the part with the design will come up, will be left. Okay, so you will have a hole left there. So that is the hole that is used to push ink into the t-shirt. Make sense?
Yes.
Any other, what else?
Anything else that you think that today?
I think pretty much that is our process. Maybe where this place is, we are located in, we are here at Roasters. Yeah, I think that's pretty much our process. There is nothing really much that is left, other than we are happy to get the most sophisticated challenge to get all that work, So yeah.
Maybe somebody is watching and he wants to order something from Kova Brands. Do you have any website or social media handles that you need to share?
Yeah, so Kova Brands. KovaBrands.com is our website, has our contacts. And we can also easily email sales@Kova Brands, admin@Kova Brands, or you can call us, our numbers on the website. We also have social media handles, all of them at Kova Brands. Kova Brands. Yeah, and we are soon launching a project where we'll not only be here, but we'll also be at the malls. So yeah, we probably might start with exploring the possibility of going to one of these malls in Nairobi and having partnership where we sell stuff there. Branding, you come, get something here, pick a t-shirt that fits you, have it branded, and go home with a fully branded merchandise.
Thank you so much for welcoming us to your brand, to Kova Brand, and it was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, thank you.